Good morning, class. Today we are going to be studying a chapter that is all about a superhero. A superhero in history, you may think? A superhero is someone who stands for what is right, looks after people, and is a good leader. Some people consider their parents to be superheroes and want to imitate and behave just like them.
He was a great man, Rahul. Great man. Just look at him. Just look at him. What a personality. What stature. Eh? Sometimes I wish I could just stand like him. Stand like him. Hey, forget it.
Sorry.
Some people look up to their teachers, knowing that only because of their teachers they are what they are today. Some people look up to their friends because they have been there for them in very difficult times.
तुसी ग्रेट हो तोहफा को कबूल करो
And some look up to actual superheroes.
No, we won't go quiet tonight. Stand up and shout louder.
But can you tell me, what do all of these people have in common? They all have some great qualities that make them extra special. And today we will be learning about someone just like that, who lived hundreds of years ago. He is very well known and is still looked up to today. So students, today we will be learning about Shivaji Maharaj in the chapter An Ideal Ruler. Before the foundation of Swaraj, Maharashtra was under the rule of Adil Shahi, Siddhi, Portuguese and Mughal powers. Shivaji Maharaj struggled against these powers. He faced all kinds of difficulties, but he founded an independent and sovereign Swaraj. He turned Swaraj, a homeland, into Surajya, a kingdom that sought the welfare of all. Shivaji Maharaj created a new order with his capability. Managing the functioning of a huge Swaraj wasn't an easy task. In order to ensure that everything functioned smoothly, Shivaji Maharaj had to come up with a great administrative plan. What does administration mean but? It's the way a person handles the activities of a group or an organization. So in this instance, we are going to understand a bit more about Shivaji Maharaj's great administrative abilities with regards to the Marathas. We will first discuss his organizational skill. One of the greatest talents of a leader is encouraging others around them to work towards a common goal that they have. Shivaji Maharaj inspired his people to work for the Swaraj. His people so looked up to him that they were willing to perform their duties even if it meant risking their own lives. Let's look at some examples of the same. Jiva Mahala killed Bada Sayyid at a critical moment during the meeting with Afzal Khan. Then we have Shiva Kashid, who crossed the siege of Panhalgad in the disguise of Shivaji Maharaj to draw the enemies away from him. Baji Prabhu Deshpande blocked the advances of the enemy on the way to Vishalgarh. Murarbaji Deshpande defended the fort of Purandar. Tanaji Malusare sacrificed his life while conquering Sihagarh. Hiroji Farjan and Madari Mehtar risked their lives during the escape of Maharaj from Agra. And these are only a few examples of people willing to put their own lives before Shivaji Maharaj. Do you know why people were willing to sacrifice their life? It is because Shivaji Maharaj took great care of all these people. For example, Kanoji Hegde was associated with Maharaj for a long time. When he fell ill, Maharaj took great care to ensure that he took his medication and treatment. Can you see, children, how if a leader treats his people with kindness, they will do anything for him or for her? A good leader is one who, even after he or she rises to the top, continues to look after those who helped them get there. You can choose to be a leader that people look up to and love working with. Or you can be someone who the people around you hate. You must remember to treat people with love and care, no matter how rich or famous you are, because you still need people around you to protect and to love you. Just remember Shivaji Maharaj and the way he treated his people. Shivaji Maharaj was also very caring towards the Rayat. Maharaj was constantly under attack from various enemies. But he ensured that all his people, especially the Rayat, who were the poor farmers and the common people who had to tend land to grow their crops. During war, enemies come in from other areas and try to destroy land or people, which is just so difficult. But Shivaji Maharaj ensured that even the Rayats were well taken care of. For example, when Shaista Khan invaded, Maharaj warned the Deshmukh of the Rohida Valley to visit every village and shift people to a safe place down in the Ghats so they wouldn't come under attack from Shaista Khan's army. Maharaj was firm with the Deshmukh and warned him that if he did not take care of the Rayats, the Mughal army would take the people as prisoners, and it would seem as if the Deshmukh did not do his duty. So Maharaj ensured that the Deshmukh knew what his role was. He also ensured that his own soldiers did not harm the Rayat in any way. These are signs of a good leader, someone who sets such a good example for people to follow. Don't you feel a sense of admiration coming in towards Shivaji Maharaj as you learn more about him? We will now learn about his policy regarding the army. Shivaji Maharaj maintained a strict discipline in the army. He made sure that all the soldiers in the army got their salaries on time and in cash. I am sure you already know the value of money. Your parents may have explained that to you, that you need money to run your home and look after your family. And so, Maharaj made sure that his soldiers were paid in cash so they can look after their own families. In various kingdoms in medieval India and elsewhere, there was a system of making payments to soldiers in the form of jagirs. But Maharaj set this practice aside. There was a strict order to the army that any valuables collected during the campaigns in enemy territories were to be deposited with the government. Soldiers were honored for their bravery in a campaign. He looked after the maintenance of the families of soldiers who died in battle. He took care of the wounded soldiers, and he even treated the enemy soldiers who had surrendered themselves or who had been captured, he treated them very well. Shivaji Maharaj also had a policy of tolerance. Maharaj had to struggle against his enemies, the Adil Shah, the Mughals and the Siddhis. They were Islamic powers. While Maharaj struggled against them, he considered the Muslims in the Swaraj as his own subjects and didn't treat them any different. At the time of the meeting with Afzal Khan, Siddhi Ibrahim was a trusted servant in his army. Siddhi Hilal was a Sardar in the army of Maharaj, and Daulat Khan was an important officer in the navy of the Swaraj. So you can see how he did not discriminate based on caste or religion, but treated everyone with respect and love. Maharaj also followed a tolerant religious policy. In the enemy territories that he conquered, he continued the facilities that had been given to the Muslim places of worship. His contemporary historian, Kafiq Khan, writes about the tolerant religious policy of Maharaj. He says,
Shivaji had framed strict rules for his soldiers that during the campaign they should not harm a mosque. They came in possession of a copy of the Holy Quran, they should hand over the same with reverence to a Muslim.
these are such admirable qualities of a good leader. Maharaj was inspired for freedom. The efforts that he took to establish Swaraj have a special value. It is the value of freedom. He aimed at establishing and maintaining an independent and sovereign existence that did not accept the dominance of any other powers. While struggling against the foreign powers, Maharaj inspired others too for freedom. When Chhatrasal, who was in the service of the Mughals, came to Maharaj, Maharaj inspired him to create an independent kingdom in Bundelkhand. So you can see that Shivaji Maharaj wasn't just looking out for himself, but for others as well. He wanted everyone around him to succeed and work towards the common goal of freedom or Swaraj. We will stop the lesson here, class, but I hope you can see why this chapter is called an ideal ruler. Shivaji Maharaj took care of his people and his kingdom. But let's see how much you can remember. Here is a crossword puzzle. The clues are given below and you have to find out the blanks using those clues. They are all from the chapter. So let's see how much you can remember. Maybe pause the video here and try and fill up the blanks yourself. For your homework, you can watch a movie on the life of Shivaji Maharaj. Or if you have visited any of his forts, you can write a one-page essay on what you remember or learnt for it. Maybe after the lockdown, you can ask your parents or your teacher to take you on a trip to one of these forts so you can learn so much more about Shivaji Maharaj's administration. On that note, children, I will say goodbye. Keep studying and stay safe.